Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 11 of the Beer Advent Calendar here from Three Cellars on MKE Beer Review in 2024. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
Wow.
And we will continue to plug away here. It is day 11. This is the 11th beer in the box. As I said yesterday, it is no longer a mystery for me, at least for the next several days, since I destroyed the inside of my box, and my beer is all out of order. At least for the next few days. So we all know what beer we are about to try. We will share it with you now. It is the Unwind Your Mind from Hop Butcher, based out of Chicago, Illinois. This is a double IPA coming in at 7.5%, brewed with Mosaic, Motueka, and El Dorado hops.
Oh, done. One thing I always like about Hop Butcher is it kind of puts some of the tasty notes on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So for us amateurs, we can look at that. But it is nice because, you know, as much as we do this, we don't really know what each hop is. So it's, according to this, it's going to be bright citrus, lychee, and some dank tropical. That's what we should be getting on it.
Crack this thing open. It should be a golden to light amber color.
See what we got.
Be awesome if Lao was poured like jet black.
That would be sweet. I'm just going for as much head as possible, apparently, tonight.
Jesus.
Wow. Where are you
That's
getting
fun, though.
these glasses? Are you drinking it out of a pencil?
Maybe?
Watch the back end of that. So, more, I was expecting it to come out hazy. Came a little bit as hazy as I was expecting, given the tasting notes, everything we were getting. So I figured it's going to taste and look more like a hazy IPA.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty darn hazy over here.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Mine's pretty hazy. It's also kind of white up top. I don't know what's going on with that.
I'm embarrassed for you.
That's called head. That's called head. To the nose we go. On
Let's
the
do it.
double IPA here. Unwind your mind.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh. I get that tropical citrus on the nose.
It does smell very tropical.
I'm enjoying a little more dankiness I'm getting out of this. I was expecting. I thought it'd be more. It is tropical. That's definitely the main note and everything. But there's some of that dankiness coming through as well.
The what note?
I don't know. I said high note. I didn't mean to say that.
Did you say vein note?
High. I said high.
Oh, dang.
Dank note.
I'm just checking.
I'm getting a little piney note. Not much. A little bit of that there.
It's a really nice citrusy tropical character on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
So
try it out.
All right.
I have no idea how I'm going to drink this, but cheers.
Cheers.
Down the hatch, Lau.
Okay.
It's far creamier and less bitter than I was expecting.
Yes.
It's got the tropical notes on this is really good. The thing I really like, I'm trying to figure it out, but like there's like almost like a fruit snack sweetness at the end. There's like an explosion of like a sweetness there at the end that I'm getting. Fruit snack's the best thing I can come up with, but it's almost like gummy cream.
Gusher.
Yeah,
Gusher.
That's a perfect way to look at it. And what I really like is the nose really matches the palate, in my opinion. This one, there's no like tricks. There's nothing that I think is very different. I get a little bit of that dinkiness on the palate, but not enough to like completely overpower. I do like the more dinkiness, but this I think is really well done. It's really well balanced.
It's very creamy. That's the right word for it, in my opinion. I get like just a very creaminess to it, which for me, kind of dulls some of those citrus notes, because usually usually I get those more when it comes through in that kind of crisp, bright flavors. And when IPAs get kind of creamy like this, they're not my favorite style of IPAs. And I don't know what does that to it. I don't know if that why that happens. So I don't know if you guys can enlighten me a little bit more on how that works. But
Lau's literally just been drinking head for the last minute and a half. He's so creamy. It's so creamy.
actually, the little bit of head that I got when I was trying to get to the beer, I got pine from that. Okay. And then when I got to the beer, I was like, oh, that doesn't taste at all like what I just had.
So I think I just want to clarify, like, at least in my opinion, like, I definitely get what you're saying about creamy, but I'm not getting anything close to like milk sugars or a milkshake IPA. It's nothing at all like that. But I get what I can see the confusion there for if someone's listening to what we're saying.
Also, there was a bunch left in the can because I obviously didn't have space left in my glass. This has a little bit more crispness to it. That creaminess is still there, but this is, I feel like, vastly different than that. I don't know. That's maybe just me being weird and having a couple sips of it, but it's different.
Yeah, it's not like milkshake IPA lactose creamy, but it definitely has a similar mouthfeel to that, I would say. It doesn't have the flavor profile of that, but it has a similar mouthfeel to that where it's like less carbonated, that creamy component to it kind of gives you kind of that thicker, more viscous mouthfeel to this beer. I think up front, it starts off with kind of that creamy citrus character. You get a little bit of a hop bite, like a little tiny bit up front, but it goes away pretty fast, and you just get kind of more of a dank hop character that's kind of subtle through kind of the citrus, almost like orange juice, like non-pulp orange juice kind of flavor, mid-palate through the back is kind of what I get from it.
Yeah. What was the IPA we had? The Phase 3. This is like the difference between this and like Phase 3, in my opinion, is like the citrus notes you got on the nose are there in the palates all the way through. Like, that's what I want in my IPA. Like in an IPA like this, I don't want that dryness that comes off. If I want that dryness, I'm gonna go for like a West Coast, like a overly high IBU bitterness beer. If I'm drinking a hazy, I want those hazy characteristics. I know technically this doesn't say it's a hazy, but it's a hazy.
It looks like a hazy.
So
I'm enjoying you taking the opportunity to go 4 beers back and continue to rip that beer. We're having fun. No, this is good. Yeah, this is nothing like that. This is super, super juicy. It's not dry at all. It's the complete polar opposite of the way that finishes.
Yeah.
Like this finishes, it gets juicier almost the longer it sits on the palate. That one got very, very dry very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally different profiles.
One was made well, the other was made poorly. It's that simple.
Okay. I'm going to start on this one. I think this is a really good IPA. I actually think we say this quite a bit, like transition beers, people that don't necessarily like to drink hoppy beers. If you wanted to try an IPA, this might actually be a good one to try because it doesn't have a lot of powerful characteristics that you get from like a bitter IPA. IBUs on this have to be fairly low. I'm going to go 4 on this. I think it's really good. I like it. It's not my favorite IPA in the box even thus far, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really good.
I will go 3.75. I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. I'm not a big hazy fan, so this isn't really like my style of IPAs, but I really like this. I would definitely drink it again. Josh had kind of asked me like if I was a big fan of Hop Butcher before we started this one. I can't say I'm a big fan of Hop Butcher, but I can't think of anything I've had from them I don't like at the same time. Like every time we have something from them, I really enjoy it. This is right up there, so. Ooh, excuse me. 3.75.
Yeah, I'm debating in my head between those two scores. I think I'm going to go with the 4. I think it's good. I like it. The way I poured it, I took too much carbonation out of it at first. I think drinking it out of the can with a little bit of an extra carbonation in it without getting all that head helped it for my palate. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm probably just making it up, but I liked it better after I kind of had it out of the can and got some of the head off of it from the way I poured it. And I really enjoy how it is kind of, not bitter at all and just has some nice citrus flavors all throughout.
I can't believe how many 4+ beers I have rated out of the
these
first
are all
11
delicious.
box. It is crazy. And Ross has had a lot of 2s.
Yeah, Ross is
beers.
maybe not a fan.
2 beers in the 2s. That's it.
But this has been awesome. Super good. This again strays back away from that, holiday themed beer, but I just love the mix of different options that have shown up in this thing. So this is super cool, super fun.
Very cool.
As we continue forward. So day 11 in the books. Day 12 is tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Hot Butcher and Three Cellars for putting this together, and we will see all of you tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.